Good afternoon, y'all. It's Lippy. Oh, I hear something. Okay. Making sure my skillet's not on that stove. Today is Wednesday, so it's subscriber recipe. I am telling y'all, I don't know how Miss Gail came up with this, or was it between our emails? I don't know, but I'm loving Wednesdays. I'm loving getting recipes in from y'all and making them because, like today, it's a Texas recipe. So, I mean, we're going from extreme East Coast. Hopefully, we'll get some extreme West Coast up north. And every Wednesday, we do a subscriber recipe. And you don't have to have a channel. But today's recipe happens to be a delightful couple. I do not know personally, but I have met them over the last month or two through YouTube. They have a YouTube channel, but it's Mr. Mike and Miss Rochelle, and they're at Central Texas Homestead. I'm gonna leave the link down in the description. But anyway, what I did, because it looks like a delicious recipe, guys, so I'm gonna put that in the description too. But I kind of shortcut and I prepped a lot of stuff, okay? I'm gonna go through the ingredients, and then as we're mixing it together, I will give the amounts again as well as in the description. Okay, we're gonna start off with the star of the show. Now, I've got a confession. This is my first time to ever buy beans in a can. Other than pork and beans, I've never bought beans in a can. But it says you can use navy beans or pintos. You drain them and you rinse them well. 3 cans. So I left the can here to show you the brand. So I did actually have to go and purchase this. Everything else is a staple in the house. So it's 3 cans of navy beans or 3 cans of pinto beans. And look at this goodness. Now you're going to need some bacon grease, 2 tablespoons. You're going to need 6 ounces of ground chuck that has been cooked. Now this is a 94.6, so it's very, very lean. But this is ground chuck that I went ahead and cooked, 6 ounces. Like I said, I'm going to leave the recipe in the description. You've got 1 medium diced onion. It calls for 1 bell pepper. I decided to use a little orange, a little red, a little yellow, but it's 1 bell pepper, minced. I diced mine. You need 5 cloves of garlic. We've got 1/4 cup dark brown sugar. And you're thinking, that's not sugar. No, to save on some bowls, I mixed it with the barbecue sauce. So that's 1/4 cup dark brown sugar and 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce. And then we have, let's see, where's my Worcestershire? We have 1 tablespoon Worcestershire here. We have 1 tablespoon of paprika smoked, 1 tablespoon of yellow mustard, and this is where you would add 1 tablespoon chipotle pepper. I didn't. So all I've got here is a tablespoon each of Worcestershire sauce, smoked paprika, yellow mustard. Now I used the yellow mustard from the ice box, the liquid. It didn't specify powder, so I used the liquid. This is the sweet goodness right here. Here's 1/4 cup of molasses, true molasses, and 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Now we have 1/2 cup of ketchup. Like I said, I'm going to go through this again. And here's our dry ingredients. And our dry ingredients is, I'm reading this because I don't want to miss anything. Where is my dry ingredients, y'all? Okay, I see it here. It's 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. But now the pepper can be altered to your taste. But like I said, I'll leave it in the description. All right, let's get to cooking. Okay, we're going to saute the onions and the bell peppers and 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. Or some of you may know it as bacon fat. And we're going to saute them. I'm sitting on about a number 7, which is on the higher side of medium. I'm going to kind of turn it down because you want to cook these about 4 minutes. You want them translucent and very, very tender. Okay, I've let these go about 3 minutes. And now I'm going to add my garlic because I did not want my garlic to burn. Okay, that's 5 cloves of minced garlic. Now I'm not going to let my garlic cook long. Now, according to the recipe, Miss Josephine cooked her vegetables 4 to 5 minutes. As you can see, I added my garlic at the 3-minute mark because we like texture, okay? If you don't like the texture, chop it finer, cook it a little bit longer. This is about where I want it, but I'm still staying true to the recipe. Okay. Now, let me turn this down some. Okay, we're going to go in line. 1 tablespoon each. Worcestershire sauce, smoked paprika, yellow mustard. This is where you would add a tablespoon of chipotle pepper, but I didn't. That was 1 tablespoon each. Worcestershire, mustard, and smoked paprika. It's basically now, guys, just dump and go. So you see why I turned my fire down. I should have got out my little spatula, but this will work. Let me turn it down a little bit more. All right, now we're going to go in with the dry season. That was 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Need to get this cleaned off. Here we go. Throw it over there because it's going to be next. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn the fire off. We have 1/2 cup of ketchup. Man, oh man. Mercy. We have a 1/2 cup of molasses. No, we don't. I'm sorry. We have a 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce. And we have 1/4 cup of brown sugar, dark brown sugar. I was looking right here. Y'all, this has been an off day for Lippy. I've been off since I got up this morning. Forgot today was Wednesday. It's just been one of those days. What do they call it? Hump day? I feel like it's a hump day. All right. If I need to go back over it, that was 1/2 cup of ketchup, 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce, and 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar. Now we're going to come in with 1/4 cup of molasses. I want all this out. That's the good stuff. And 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. You see why I turned the fire off? And here's those 6 ounces of ground chuck. And here's the 3 cans of very well drained and rinsed navy beans. Remember the recipe said you could use pintos. This to me looks like a pork and beans, so I chose that. The recipe says fold it in, put a lid on it, bake it at 325, 45 minutes to an hour. This already looks amazing. Lid on, or I guess you could cover it with foil if you didn't have a baking dish with a lid. 325, 45 minutes to an hour. Then it says remove from oven and let rest 10 minutes. I cannot wait for this hour to come because I'm ready to taste this. Oh my gracious. Look at this. I'm about to dive in. Here is Lippy's plate. There's the star of the show. And you gotta have some sliced onions. Oh, I forgot my dill pickle. Here goes. And it's smoking. I let it rest 10 minutes. Did I turn the oven off? Yes. Thank goodness. Here goes. Miss Rochelle, Mr. Mike, this is for you. It's exactly what my mind said it was going to taste like by the ingredients. Oh, yeah. Now, I need some ribs or some chicken or brisket, but I don't have any of that. What I do have is a piece of pork, okay? So I'm going to take some pork in my hand. I'm going to get one more bite. Oh, yeah. Y'all. Let's run a little bit of poke behind it. That's it. Stupid good. That is right there. I knew what I was doing. I don't need them potatoes. That's for Nanny Joyce, Mr. Buddy. Give me these beans. Give me some pork. Give me some sweet onion. About to get me a little dill pickle on my plate. I'm sitting in Texas, y'all, eating some barbecue. Sure enough, I am. Mr. Mike, Miss Rochelle, thank you. This is one to try, guys. Look in the description. The ingredients will be there. Their channel will be there. They got an amazing garden. Amazing garden. It's aesthetic, but it's also growing. Yes. So you have to check them out. All right, it's time for Lippy to quit talking with food in her mouth. It's time to get both feet in it. Get some barbecue sauce on these hands. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. Send me some of your family favorite recipes that you remember as a child. Every Wednesday, we're going to share them. We're going to call it Around the World Recipes. So even across the waters, guys, email me your recipe. I'll give it a shot. It's time to eat.